won't admit it. Our department's got no name. Don't be silly, no such thing. We exist all the same. If you upset our government, we'll stop your foreign aid. Officially we don't exist, we're the Dirty Tricks Brigade. We're the Dirty Tricks Brigade. Watch out for Mirabelle. We're the Dirty Tricks Brigade and we can stop you now.
It seems the most logical thing in the world to believe that the natural resources of the earth, upon which the race depends for food, clothing and shelter, should be owned collectively by the race instead of being the private property of a few social parasites. Everything we think we know, everything that's been taught to us by this system, the science we've been presented with, the education we've been given, the history we've been given, and quite literally everything we have been told by this system is a lie. All of it. And the depths of this lie is quite literally so profound and so all-pervasive that it's almost impossible for most people to even see, because it is quite literally so big that it covers virtually every single aspect of our lives. Virtually everything we've been told about everything is a lie. All of it. And that's why it's so difficult to ever really discover the truth and to wake up the people around us, because all of the information that we're even researching, most of it, has been falsified. That is why people are constantly locked into different belief systems, why they continue to argue with each other, and why they continue to perpetuate their divide and conquer programming. Because in everything that they're looking at and all the information that they've got, they never even factor in the reality that in any investigation into the past, which is invariably where we look to find out what happened and what brought us to this point, most of the information that we glean from old books about historical figures has been doctored, rearranged and rewritten, and in some cases it's actually even doubtful that many of these people even actually existed. In many cases, works were attributed to people who didn't do those works. In many cases, discoveries were most likely attributed to people who never made those discoveries. Many events were simply fabricated, and many people simply did not do what we were told they did. Many of them, it's doubtful that they ever even existed. Or if they did exist, it very often was not when we were told they existed, and very often the information they presented was doctored to fit the current version of reality. Though very often, no doubt, there were little gems left in there just to keep the people guessing and just to keep the people fighting and arguing and squabbling and looking for the deeper meaning without ever really stepping back and looking at reality as a whole. The thing is, people really do need to understand clearly that this is our starting point. This is what we've got to work with. The fact that everything we've been told is a lie, and we cannot rely on any of the information that we get from any books anywhere. You know, the true reality is, and has always been, that all we can really rely on 100% is that which we go out and experience in the world for ourselves. And that's a very difficult thing for people to come to terms with. However, if one goes out and travels the world and really looks at things open-mindedly, the evidence that everything we've been told is a lie is everywhere, and it speaks for itself. And if you really look at it, one of our biggest problems, one of the things that holds us back more than anything else, comes with our blind acceptance of things. Our blind acceptance of what we're given as facts by the academic system, things that we're told and we just take as a matter of course and just take them on as part of our everyday life without ever really investigating them. And we do this on so many levels, it's actually quite profound when you step back and look at it. Everyday things we just take as a given and don't ask questions about. And then many people tend to do this when they're researching as well. They just blindly accept what they find online. They find something that reinforces their belief system and they blindly accept it and they move on from that point. Because that's what belief systems do. As soon as you adopt a belief system, you look for stuff that reinforces that belief system and you disregard everything else. You just close yourself off to all possibilities. That's what is so dangerous about adopting belief systems halfway through this journey of life. Because it's a wondrous world, folks, and it's an amazing world, and it is nothing like what we're told it is, and we are nothing like what we are told we are. The question is, what are we? And what is this world? Where do we come from? How do we get here? And where are we going? And the answer to all of these questions is what we're all searching for at the moment, because we've been led so far from our true path. And the biggest danger in trying to find a way out of this mess is in adopting belief systems along the way and closing yourself off to the myriad of possibilities that are still out there. We've got to put our egos aside and allow everyone to just believe what they want to believe for now, and understand that we've been manipulated and controlled and trained to argue with each other about our differences. And the fact of the matter is that nobody really knows what's going on, because none of the information we've got to base any of our understandings on is reliable anyway. And what we need to do is focus on stopping this system in its tracks right now and giving ourselves a chance to regroup to find out what the truth is. And this is not going to happen unless we can put our differences down, stop trolling each other, stop attacking each other, stop spreading distrust and division with each other, stop identifying everything else with our belief system and attacking everybody who doesn't think like we do. Put it all down, stop fighting, and pull ourselves away from this psychopathic, parasitic system which is currently controlling the direction that we're going. Now, this whole system exists because we hold it up, folks, and that is the solution. Pull your energy away from this system and do it in every way you can, in every way, shape, and form that you can find. And everyone should make it a point in their lives to do this. You've got to disconnect from the system, because we are the ones who hold it up, and that is the only solution to escaping from it. Each person out there has to individually remove the support and remove the energy they give to the system. We're the only ones who can do it, folks, and we have to pay attention, take responsibility for ourselves, and really make a stand. Now, the focus should be on stopping this system in its tracks right now and stopping it progressing any further forward, so that we've got a chance to regroup and find out what the real truths are. And that's only going to happen if we put down all of our differences. And again, that's why people just have to stop trolling people who think differently and trying to impose their belief systems on them. And that's the simple truth. And so many people, including myself, have had to waste so much time defending ourselves that it's just become an absolute joke. And it's got to the point where you can't even be open-minded in either direction without being attacked by either side. And that's exactly why it's been constructed to be run the way it is being run. You know, the solution to this problem is stepping away from the system. So many people also troll me because they say, Max, you're always telling us the problems, but you never provide any solutions, because they want some form to fill out. They want someone to go and vote for. They want some movement to go and join. They don't understand that they are the ones who hold the system up by giving it their energy. And we don't even need a violent revolution. Just stop supporting the system. That is the only solution. The solution is for you to remember who and what you are, and to pull your support away from the system and to give your support to the people around you. The people around you are your biggest asset. The solution is you. And all you have to do is look within and remember yourself. As soon as you see that, as soon as you see that beauty and that power in yourself, the entire control grid around you becomes fiction. And that's it. Now, we can all do this, folks. We don't even need a violent revolution. We can all pull away from it now. And that is the truth, folks, because if you deny this system, the system will cease to exist. It only exists because you acknowledge its existence, when in fact it is a fiction. You don't need it. What you need is yourself and the people around you. And that is the solution. The solution is in everybody's hearts. They just have to be prepared to put it into action. The solution is in yourself. Because all the problems only exist because you comply with this system. You comply with what is essentially a protection racket being run by an international criminal class of racketeers who do not belong in the position that they are in. And if we deny them our energy, they cannot exist. It's really as simple as that. Divide and conquer is the motto. And all of the division has to stop. All of the division, the trolling online has to stop. All of the political division, all of the racial division, it all has to stop. And really, when you look at this system, folks, when you look at how it's all been played and how everybody has been played against each other, We've all been played. For those people out there who believe that it's Western culture that has done this, it's the white races that have come and decimated all the other cultures, you're being played. It hasn't been the white races that have done it at all. So it's time for the trolls to wake up to themselves. It really is. That is the only solution. But they don't want you to have that solution. They want you to keep on the roller coaster ride, keep reading the spy novel version of reality, keep thinking the boogeyman is coming to get you. There's nothing you can do about it, and you have to let it all turn to hell, because then you're going to be saved, and the whole thing is a scam. We can save ourselves right now. All we have to do is choose to do it. And that's not being a fisher of men. That's just speaking the truth.
So do as you're told, just like a machine, and your nerve ends won't get frayed. No such thing as freedom of speech when the dirty truth began.